Hi everyone, today we are going to change the oil in the 2012 Honda Pilot Touring Edition. And we will need the oil 020, air filter, oil filter, cabin filter. I've got a new drain plug. I think mine is getting stripped. Crush washer, 17mm socket, and the oil filter ratchet socket. All right, we will go ahead and get started. Okay, first we'll go ahead and open up the hood, and the hood latch is actually around the corner from the gas store latch over here. Okay. And then the hood latch, of course. Okay, next I will go ahead and loosen up the oil cap, which is right there, the orange lettering you can see here on the right there. Go ahead and loosen that. Okay. That'll help the drain plug to come off. I'll leave the cap on there so no dirt or anything falls into the engine. And then next we will head under the car. What's nice about the Pilot is I don't actually have to jack it up to get under it. Okay, we're going under the car now. All right, and right there is the oil pan, and that's where we'll find the drain plug. Right there, and you can see it's not too bad. We'll see when it gets off how stripped it is. And then over to the right, or I guess on the passenger side of the vehicle, sorry for all the movement, you will see the oil filter right over there that we'll get off. What I like to do is make sure I can loosen that oil filter before draining the oil. One time I couldn't get one off and I'd already drained all the oil out of the car, so I always check that now. But I'll go ahead and start getting both of those off. Okay, you can see that most of the oil is drained out or draining out now. So once that finishes up, I will put the drain plug back on with the crush washer, and I will show you that. And then I will go ahead and take the oil filter all the way off. I've already loosened it, so it should just come right off. And then we always want to make sure the gasket comes with it, and that the new one has a gasket, and I'll show you that also. There's the old drain plug we pulled out, and it doesn't look like it's in too bad a shape, just a couple marks on it, so we'll go ahead and I'll reuse that plug. But I will switch out the crush washer, which you see is right there. I'll take that one off and we'll throw that one out. What I'll do is just clean that plug up so it's clean. You can see right there is where the oil filter goes. And you can also see that there is no gasket on there, so it did come off with the filter. You can also just check on the filter to see if it's on there. And we will go ahead and get the new filter ready to go. Okay, with the new filter, you do want to make sure that the gasket is on there. That's a very important part. And there it is, it's the black ring around. And one thing you do want to do with it is get some of the oil out of there to put around it for lubrication. Okay, so I usually just dip my finger in there a little bit and then rub that around. All right, there's no special tools to put this on, you just hand tighten it. Okay, we'll go ahead and we'll get the filter on. Just screws on up here. Like I said, you just want to make sure you get it hand tight. All right, there we go. And then we'll make sure this drain plug is all the way tight. All right, there There we go. Now we'll go ahead and change the air filter. We have 4 screws, Phillips head, or you can use an 8mm socket to get those off. There's one there, and there's the last one. We'll take that off. Okay, we got the filter out, and this is inside the box. And what I like to do here too is clean this out. It gets pretty dusty and dirty here in Arizona, so I will clean that out before putting the new filter in. And I used to run a K&N filter, but I noticed I started losing a bit of power and horsepower with it, and I switched back to these Fram filters and seemed to have gained the power back. So I don't know what it is, but this seems to be working for me for now. I've got the new paper filter. So it goes that side down. Oil on it, but that'll be okay. Just line the screws back up and screw it back together. Now we're going to fill the car up with oil. You can see here that it takes 4.5 quarts. I found this in the owner's manual. If you don't have one, you can probably find the info online. And I've got a 5-quart jug that I'll be using. I also have this funnel. Since the oil cap is down there and hard to get to, I've got a funnel stuck in there that we'll go ahead and use. You can see here there's about a 1/2 quart left in this jug, so I've put 4.5 into the engine. I will get everything put back, we'll start it up, and then we'll check the engine oil. Okay, so I've got the engine running now, and this is a good time just to kind of look things over, make sure your bolts are okay, everything else is looking okay in here. I'm going to go stop the engine, let it ran for just a little bit, and then I will pull the dipstick there to check the level. Okay, so we'll pull the dipstick out now. And what you want to do is clean it off, and then put it back in. This is where we're going to check the level, and the little bubble should be in between the marks. It's probably hard for you all to see, but it's right in between, right in the middle there, those 2 marks. So that means we've got enough oil in the engine. So we are finished with the oil change. I'll show you how to do the cabin air filter. Most of them are located behind the glove box. And so you open it, pull the stuff out, and then typically you'll push in on these sides, and there'll be a little tab there on both sides, and then that should just drop completely. And then you'll find it right there. So now we gotta push in the clips on either side. That will just slide out. And you can see just how dusty and dirty it is here. And then we'll just replace that. Really important to note on these new cabin filters is the direction the air flows. It's hard for you to see, but there's an arrow printed on there showing that the air is going to come down through here. And so that's the way we want to install it. This would be backwards, and so we want to do it that way. And there's little lips right here that'll slip into the holders right there, which is right here. And that'll hold it all in place. Install. Just like it came out, it'll go right back in. You can see there, it'll slide right in there and just clicks into place. And then these are the tabs on the side of the glove box that you'll just push in. It's hard to do holding the phone. All right, there we go. And now that's finished. Okay, so to clear the maintenance minder, put the key in, and then 2 clicks so all the lights and the fans come on. You'll hit your up arrow button to clear all the alerts. All right, and then you're gonna wanna hit the select reset button until you get to your oil life. Mine's at 15%. You will hold that button until it asks if you wanna reset it. All right. right, and then you will do your up arrow to reset. Hit the select button again. And now we're at 100%. Thanks for watching, everyone.